Hi, this is Carol Beavis, and this is a lesson plan I created to help students recognize common types of text in the library, draw a map, and compare characters. We incorporated some of the Common Core language arts standards that ask students to make comparisons of text and describe the relationship between illustrations and text. We had our substitute school librarian walk us through different sections of the library and show the students the different types of text and how they are cataloged, which you can see at our school is either in the ABC for authors or numbers for informational books. After our tour of our school library, we went back to the classroom and we took a virtual tour of a children's library in Woodburn, and this librarian did a great job of using Bobo the gorilla to drive home the different sections of the library and to reinforce the vocabulary of the different library terms. We concentrated on 3 texts: Me on the Map, The Librarian from the Black Lagoon, and Goodnight Gorilla. And we use these to compare pieces of literature and characters, and especially a Goodnight Gorilla, we used the gorilla as a prop in many of the students used him as a prop in many of their drawings. We also visited Mike Thaler's YouTube video, in which he talks about how he created the story and the illustrations of his books. Then the students went back and they created maps of the library, and they created comparison pictures of our school librarian and Mrs. Beamster. We put these pieces of artwork into a slide share, and that didn't work out too well. So we went back and just made a movie of all of their artwork and inserted audio clips of them describing what they were doing. So we'll try to play one of these for you. As you can see from their drawings, that this lesson was just sort of naturally differentiated. Each child was allowed to illustrate what they had learned in their own way. And you'll see some very beginning writing. They have used letters for certain sections of the library and then numbers for other sections of the library. So they had learned the difference between fiction and nonfiction. And here's Miss Lucy behind her desk, and over here Bobo is hiding behind the window. This child has dictated books with numbers or information books. You see again, they've dictated fiction and nonfiction. Additionally, we went on to create a glogster, and the students really enjoyed this, and I wish I had done several to include the entire class, because we put it up, we put it up on the smart board, and each student was able to come up and touch their own audio clip and have the students listen to what they had to say about their comparisons of Miss Beamster to Miss Lucy, our real school librarian. All of the students created both a map of the library as well as a comparison illustration of Miss Beamster and Miss Lucy. However, they got to decide how they wanted to showcase their work, whether it was in the movie or whether it was in the Glogster. Originally, we were doing a PowerPoint with audio included in it, and this is what I would do different next time. I just wouldn't bother with a PowerPoint because it had so many drawbacks. You couldn't share it without losing the audio, so we just decided to use Windows Movie Maker and put all of their artwork into one big movie. Some of them you'll notice had narrated the movie and some had not, but everybody was included either in the Glogster or in Windows Movie Maker. Finally, I went back and I used a rubric to score the children on how well they did at their narration, their illustration, if they could identify something that was the same and the different between the story librarian and the our real librarian. And did students include at least one label in their illustrations? And you saw that most of them did, either by writing letters or numbers for the different shelves or by writing Miss Lucy or Miss Beamster's name. And they were able to explain to me what a map was, that it was a scaled down version of the real place. So there you have it, and I think the students learned quite a lot about the library